You don't need money to buy a business, you need the right strategy. Most people think buying a business means having a ton of cash, a crazy credit score, or knowing all the right people. That's garbage. Let me tell you how I took over my first laundromat. The owner was burned out, tired of dealing with employees, tired of long hours. He wanted out, but the business was still making money. And I didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting around. I didn't take out a loan. I structured a deal, so he financed the business for me. So I walk in as a new owner with zero money out of my pocket. That is what I'm breaking down today, how you can do the same. And by the way, if you're serious about partnering on a future deals, I'm opening up for my investor circle. Go to investwithbenjamin.com to see how you can be part of my next business buyout. All right, let's go. Step number 1, understand the game, debt and equity. Now, before we talk about structuring the deal, let's get something straight. There are only two real ways to pay for anything, debt and equity. Debt is something you borrow money and you owe it back. There's loans, financing, SBA, or seller's note, whatever. Those are debt. Equity, you bring in an investor and they get a piece of the business. So if you combine these the right way, you never have to use your own cash. That is the game. A few months ago, a guy reached out to me. So he had the opportunity to take over a very profitable plumbing business. The owner was retiring, but my guy had no money, no credit, and no idea how to structure the deals. So I showed him exactly how to stack debt and equity so he could walk into the business owning 100% without spending any of his own money. Now he's running a 7-figure business. You need to understand this. If you can buy a business with zero money once, you can do it again and again. So we're talking about a framework that you can make money over and over again. Now let's go find the right business. Step number 2, find a business owner ready to walk away. You can't just pick a random business and go in and say, hey, I will take this over. That's just dumb, all right? Don't do that. You need an owner who's already halfway out of the door. And here's who to look for. Retiring business owner. They built it, now they just want peace. Burnout operators. They're tired, they're overwhelmed, and sick of the grind. Business with solid revenue, but bad management. You know, there are a lot of great businesses out there that are being mismanaged. The business is fine. The owner's just not running it well enough. Most people will tell you, go through a business broker. So here's the truth. Some brokers sit on the listing that are going nowhere. A friend of mine who wanted to buy a car wash, but it was actually listed for $900,000 through a broker. Way too high. The business was bleeding money and no one was biting. Instead of walking away, we actually got creative. We cut a deal with the broker, agreed to pay him a fair fee to step aside and let us negotiate directly with the owner. You know what? How it turns out? We got the owners to finance the deal. The broker got paid. My friend took over a business for zero money out of the pocket. And that's how you return a bad listing into an opportunity. You want to learn exactly how I find the business? Join my Q&A or invest with me at investwithbenjamin.com. Step number 3, structure the deals. Use someone else's money. Alright, let's talk about how to actually buy it with no money. There are 4 plays. Number 1, SBA loan. The bank's money. SBA will actually fund 90% of the deal. And the other 10%, guess what? It can be seller finance, it can be whatever debt that you structure into it, or it can be equity. That's something we talk about, right? If you have the current business owner finance it, you put in zero money. Number 2, private investor. Someone else's money. Equity. Plenty of investors want safe, cash flowing deals. You give them a return, they will fund the deal, and you still put in $0. One of my students actually used this exact strategy to take over a restaurant. He had a local real estate investor to put down the down payment, and he used the restaurant cash flow to pay him back over time. He put in $0, now he owns a 6-figure business. Number 3, revenue-based lending. Business pay for itself. Some lender will front you cash based on what the business already made. No credit check, no personal guarantee. Number 4, subject to, the ultimate no money play. Most people use subject to for real estate. I actually use it to take over businesses. Instead of applying for a new law, I take over the existing debt. The business keep running, payments stay the same, and I step into it as a new owner. My favorite play, combine these: owner finance, private investor fund, zero money down for me. If this sounds like a game you want to play, go to investwithbenjamin.com and let's do it together. So step number 4, take over the business the right way. Alright, deal's done. You're in. Now what? Okay? Few things. Number 1, you have to keep the teams happy. If you don't want employee running out of the door, you need to keep them happy. Number 2, run things as is. Don't start making big changes on day 1. Watch, learn, and tweak. Number 3, keep the owners as an advisor. The moment they walk away, they take 20 years of knowledge with them, sometimes 40 years or 50 years. So don't let it happen. One of the worst mistakes I've ever made was taking over a business and firing the key employee too soon. I thought I know everything, to be honest. Like, that's on me. I thought I could run it better. That employee was the one holding everything together. The people, the resources, the relationship. The moment he left, revenue dropped 30% overnight. A big lesson learned. Don't mess with the success too early. Boom, you just bought a business without spending a dime. If you want the exact step-by-step breakdown, you have to DM me how right now. I will send you the playbooks. But if you're serious about buying a business or invest in my future deals, go to investwithbenjamin.com. Again, this is not theory. I'm doing this real time, every day. If you want to be in the room where these deals happen, get in now.